What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Williams. I'm coming at you with a couple of problems dealing with fundamental counting principle and combinations. These are the definitions. I'll just point out that the arithmetic is really easy on both of them. All you're doing is multiplying, and you can just set your numbers up in the calculator. So another thing I'll point out is that, or down here with the combinations, order doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter what you do first or second or third. It's just we're just trying to figure out how many different ways we can do this. All right, so it just depends on the problem. Let me move this out the way. Now, let's go back to our problems. Let's look at these problems. So here in Olive Garden, you have options for appetizer, entree, and dessert. The appetizers are breadsticks, soup, salad, mozzarella sticks. And entree choices are spaghetti, lasagna, shrimp pasta. Dessert choices are apple pie, ice cream, and cheesecake. How many different ways can a person order their food? So since we have to show how many different ways, that means we got to draw a map. We're going to draw a diagram. So this is also pretty simple, but it can get tricky. So let's try it. So let's start with our appetizers. First category is appetizers. So what do we have for appetizers? We've got breadsticks, we've got salad, we've got soup, and we've got mozzarella sticks. I'm going to shorten this. I'm not going to write all of this out. Entree choices are spaghetti, lasagna, and shrimp pasta. So each entree is going to get the three legs that represent, each appetizer gets three legs that represents the entree. So what are the entree choices? Spaghetti, lasagna, and pasta. So this is going to go all the way across. SLP. SL. Now, the dessert choices are apple pie, ice cream, cheesecake. So each entree gets the three legs. So you got apple pie, come on, that's an A, ice cream, and cheesecake. So y'all please excuse my writing, but that's what it's supposed to be. Now, this is going to go all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing here and there, and all the way across. All the way across. Now, that's how you draw your diagram. And then you would just count how many letters you have in this bottom row all the way across, and that'll give you your answer. Yeah, but who has time to do that, right? So that's why we're going to do the fundamental counting principle. We're going to count what we have in each category. So in the first category of appetizers, we've got breadsticks, salad, soup, or mozzarella sticks. That's 4 options. Entree choices, spaghetti, lasagna, shrimp pasta, 3 choices. Dessert choices, apple pie, ice cream, cheesecake, 3 more choices. The fundamental counting principle says you can just multiply this. Real simple, right? 4 times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36. There are 36 ways a person can order their food. That's the point of it. Like, it's a shortcut, so you don't have to draw that whole diagram. It's important to be able to draw that diagram or at least recognize which diagram represents the problem. But when you're just trying to get the answer, can't go wrong right there. And it's simple arithmetic. So all you got to do is count up and multiply. Let's look at number 2. In the state of Georgia, a license plate can have up to 7 characters, a custom license plate, including numbers and letters, and repetitions are allowed. So now, we want to know how many license plates are possible. Well, there's going to be a bunch of them. We're going to have a huge number here because there are very few restrictions. They're telling you you can use letters and numbers and you can repeat. So there's a whole lot. Let's see just how big that number is. Okay, so we've got 7 characters. So let's draw, that represents the first character, the second, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the 7th. Now here I have already done it for you. We have 26 letters that we can choose from. And we have 10 numbers we can choose from. The numbers are 0 to 9. And that means we got 36 total options. We got 36 total options for each one. Wow. All right. So let's just fill that in. We got 36 for the first, for the second, third, fourth, all the way across. Look at that. This is why our number is going to be so huge, because we're doing 36 times, well, basically 36 to the 7th power. Remember, we're not adding, we're multiplying. Put that in your calculator, you get some huge number, right? So that's how you do it when repetitions are allowed. If repetitions are allowed, the number pretty much stays the same because you have all options at your disposal. And once you put that in your calculator, you multiply it, you will see how many license plates are possible. All right, not doing that for the sake of time. Now, number 3 is another good one. Miss Jones wants to make a 4-question quiz, and she's choosing from a set of 15 questions. She wants to make different forms to prevent cheating. How many different forms can she make? Now, this is where it changes just a tad. First of all, how many questions do we have? 4. So let's kind of represent our 4 questions, 3, 4. Now, that's the first, the second, third, that's a 3, and the 4th. Now, for the first question, we have 15 different questions we could choose from. We're not going to use all of them, right? Because there's only 4 questions, so we're not using all of them, but we have all 15 at our disposal. Now, number 2, the second question is going to be a little different because now we don't have 15 questions to choose from. Why not? Because we used one already. So that means number 2 only has 14 options. Number 3, we only have 13 options because we've already used 2 questions. And then the 4th question, what we're going to put right here? Yes, 12. Why? Well, A, you could pick up on the pattern, but then B, because you've already used 3 of the 15 questions. So that means for number 4, you've only got 12 left to choose from. Now, we're still just going to multiply this. 15 times 14 times 13 times 12. We're still going to get a giant number, so let's just put that in. 14 times 13 times 12. That equals 32,760. 32,760. Now, theoretically, that's how many total combinations or that's how many different quizzes she can make based on this criteria. So again, simple math, people, all we're doing is putting numbers in our calculator and multiplying. But it's very important when it can repeat. If your numbers can repeat, your numbers stay the same all the way across, and you just multiply. If your numbers cannot repeat, then you have to subtract 1 each time, and it's going to go down. You'll pick up on the pattern. All right, and there's our question. So there we go. Have fun. See you next time.